Whaling ships once roamed the sea in the hunt for those exclusive monsters of the deep, and the prize their flesh possessed, namely, oil. Once used for lubricating machinery and providing light for an industrialized world, and feeding the blubber-loving masses. It was destined to be pushed aside in the 19th century by a new lubricant, which was much safer to find and cheaper to produce: petroleum. Soon, tall ships would be traded for railroad engines, longboats for wagons, pumps replaced harpoons, light would no longer be made by burning oil made from the leviathans of the deep. Kerosene, refined from oil fields of western Pennsylvania, would replace it, and be provided by new pioneers, great men like Edmund Volstead. Volstead, the father of evoil, like all men of the period, was strong-willed with a strong back. His empire began in Dante, Ohio, a thriving oil community populated by industrious people. Volstead's ruthless nature did not prevent him from making friends. As the century and his influence progressed, his concern for the great nation he loved grew with it. But so did his desire to marry and have children. He courted Ethel Musselbaum in the summer of 1893. In the following year, evoil reached a labor agreement with its loyal workforce, and Edmund and Ethel had their first child, Virgil, the future and now present CEO of the evoil Corporation, who was also a model and poster boy for Virgil's petroleum jelly in 1895. But this is not a story of a family. This is a story of production. The production of oil products that helped transform a nation of small farmers into a nation of bigger farmers, the very backbone of American progress, a powerful modern industrialized machine. To that end, evoil Corporation embarked on the progressive program to provide hardworking Americans a cheap fuel to relieve some of their burdens. But that leap forward in technology had to wait until the invention of the gas-powered engine. Those engines would soon replace the horse, the pump, and the butter churn for new, time-saving inventions that would lift them from poverty to prosperity. It wasn't until the advent of the automobile at the turn of the century that evoil began creating innovative products that has been its hallmark ever since. Outside the oil industry, in the early days of film, evoil was in the forefront of the arts community, financing productions that it deemed historically significant and important to freedom. But it never forgot its primary obligation outlined by its founder, to make a lot of money. In 1912, evoil was one of the first companies to provide first-class auto service to the public. It was the first service station to actually check the tires for air. It adopted an animated mascot in the late 20s to tout the benefits of its fuel products by the name of Dippy. The friendly evoil sign and evoil service station was found around every corner. A proud franchise with proudly proudful tradition. With nationwide and now worldwide distribution, people began depending on evoil's friendly service through good times and the not-so-good times. Some might say, bad times. Even during those not-so-soft times of the 30s, at work, at play, and at home, evoil rededicated itself to the proposition that every family would have plenty of oil products they could rely on and pay dearly for. They expanded production to making household liquid petroleum gas products for use in the kitchen to heat food, light cigarettes, and use for distilling moonshine. But behind the scenes, evoil was striving for more. More formulas for putting food on the table. More pesticides. more fertilizers, more fuel for lubricating products for agriculture. And they didn't stop there. More scientific breakthroughs for new products such as cosmetics, food additives, lady support garments, and that's right, the all-important knob. Yes, oil. The production of oil products was fueling progress like never before. Gasoline flowed like buttermilk and spurred the growth of transportation. Engines became more powerful. The gas-fired piston became the muscle behind industry. Plowing was now transformed from the drudgery and struggle of a horse-drawn plow to the powerful tractor that would cut through soil like it was sponge cake. Evoil even helped its friends abroad, developing alternative fuels with new coal-based technology. But the leap in fuel technology brought about by peace and prosperity would soon be slowed by a looming specter. A fiery demon, war. War with Japan brought about a new need for oil production to fiercely fight the foes of freedom and precocity, with innovations in technology like napalm, evoil embarked on an aggressive campaign to finance the Allies' and subsequent freedom for all freedom-loving freedom fighters, with its Drive to Victory war bond program. Their mascot Vicky became as popular as the pinups Betty Grable, Rita Hayworth, and Stubby K. Yes, even with the help of oil production, the war effort was not easy, but American sacrifice and resolve kept our borders safe from foreign invasion and impure thoughts. But, as the night follows the dawn, or vice versa, a new day came to America after the war. A day of peace and unfettered prosperity, leaving evoil with the ability to expand its philanthropic and technological research. evoil began production of a new artistic venture in television. The medium that has taken America by storm. And with television came television commercials.
You looking to put a little more fire in your car's engine's performance? You know where to go. The evoil Super Supreme. You can put a charge in your tank.
But the danger to the ideals that made evoil Corporation the hallmark for good citizenship still exists. Let me introduce to you Mr. John Wayne.
I'm John Wayne. Is there any better or equal hope in the world, Lincoln asked, than the ultimate justice of the people? We Americans believe there is not. The stonework of our national life is made of this belief.
Mr. Wayne expressed it well. Oil production is responsible for a new age of prosperity in America, an age of mechanical marvels never expected by Edmund Volstead.
Buick presents the sleek Centurion.
Driving Coat by Montesano of New York.
Oldsmobile's elegant golden rocket.
Sports Outfit by Pat Primo of Los Angeles.
Pontiac's Club de Mer, open to the sky.
Costume by Emilio of Capri.
But evoil never sits still. It always strives for innovation, progress, exploration. This marvelous new space-age technology, spearheaded by men in coats that signify they are smart, provides us with new petroleum-based materials to build our automobiles, create countertops, cabinets, dresses, cake mixes, sludge, well, maybe not sludge, but more. Oil is as important as ever. Evoil and its subsidiary companies are committed to the proposition that America's drive for production never be tapered or slowed down. The American economy is on course with destiny. A destiny that every nation in the world wishes to emulate. And no wonder. We're on the go. On the move. Like shit through a goose. Nothing can stop us. Because Americans won't accept anything but success. A success driven by oil. Our superhighways are our path to the new world. A world floating on oil. Oil that is found in the plains, in the deserts, the parking lots, the trees, the backyard, on our coasts or near our majestic mountains. Yes, the drive for production is an ever-quickening pace. There is no limit to our technological feats.
Mrs. Schwartz? Excuse me, Mrs. Schwartz. Could you tell us how you feel about oil heat?
Oil heat? Oh, well, I think oil heat is wonderful. See, I'm showering in the school. What's for hot water? All I want, all I can use. And I know for a fact that only oil heat can give me so much, so fast, and it's so dependable.
As long as oil is there by our side. A trusted friend. As long as the American dream exists, as long as your desire for convenient, cheap, innovative, oil and oil-based products exists, evoil will be there. Whether it's in your auto, your home, on the farm, or even outer space. The production of oil is our business, just like America is ours.